gold or silver. If it's gold plated or silver plated, we can't use it. But if the gold or the silver is plated with something, then we can use it. Okay, then we can use it. And then talking about uh, 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 the sawak, the toothstick. So ablution means to wash certain parts of the body with water with the intention of ibadah, of worship. So just by washing your hands, washing your mouth and your face and your hair and your arms and your feet, okay, this is not wudu except for when you have what? Intention, niyyah, the intention to do so. And you follow those certain steps, right? Because you may wash those things, but did you do it in a certain order, right? And also you have to have what? The niyyah, the intention, okay? And to do it with Kool-Aid if you have the ability to do so. Huh? Yeah, Kool-Aid. You will do. That's not permissible? Why is it not permissible? Turn to water. It's juice. That's ghetto juice. Kool-Aid is ghetto juice, bro. That's not juice is to squeeze it from a fruit, bro. All right. So none, right? So yes, you cannot use Kool-Aid because even though it's water, but it's no longer water because it's not called water because now it's mixed with some other substance, right? So it's pure, but not pure. You can't purify with it, right? So it's pure. You can drink it, you can use it, but you cannot purify yourself with it. No. Likewise, shay, tea, kahwa, coffee, other drinks, because now you no longer call it what? Water. It has to be what? Mutlaq. Simple, plain, clear, clean water. Once you give it a adjective, a sifa, that means it has changed, right? It's changed the description because the sifa means what? Description. So you now it's something else and it's described by that thing, right? So it's no longer water because you added the tea to it, right? Even though it's majority water, but the change, what happened? The flavor change, huh? Color, smell change, right? So any of those things change it, we cannot what? Use it. Jazakumullah khairan. Play it. Good. Thanks for paying attention. So the obligatory actions of wudu are actions that must be performed for the ablution to be valid. The ablution would not be valid if any of these actions are left out. The recommended actions are actions that should be made but could be omitted. Okay. So recommended, like the mustahab actions. So you have the things that are wajib or fard, you must do, right? And then you have the mustahab, the things that are recommended to do. So the recommended things, if you do not do them, your wudu is still what? Valid. So the ablution will be valid even if you leave out those recommended things. So knowing the difference between what is obligatory and what is recommended, it is useful since sometimes we do not have enough water, right? Or time, right? Water or time to make a complete, all right? The maximum wudu, right? So these are why we should know what is obligatory to do and what is what mustahab, what is uh, recommended to do. Because sometimes you may have little water and sometimes you may have little time, right? So the prayer is in, right? Or maybe you're a person you at work, right? So and you don't have that much time because you have to get back to your machine or whatever. So I just need to do the bare minimum so I can get back to what I need to do. Right? But if I have the time, I have the leisure, let me make the completes, right? Because I want the best and complete reward, and I have the time to do so, right? I have the water to do so. But if I don't have enough time, I don't have enough water, right? Then I can make the shortcut. I can make the shortcut. So that's when we have to know what is obligatory. So what's obligatory versus what is mustahab, what is recommended. Okay, so we should always know those. All right, and then likewise, maybe we see someone, right? Man, you didn't complete your wudu. Oh, yes, I did. What you mean, right? And so that happens, right? So this is the meaning of knowing our deen, knowing our religion, because maybe someone does something different than what you're used to doing, but you know why. But the other person don't know why, right? So, because some people they may say, "Akhi, wudu is not complete." What you mean? It's done, right? You only did this one time. Okay, alhamdulillah. That's all. What is obligatory upon you, right? Three times is what sunnah, right? So to do certain things once is enough, right? And to do it three times is what sunnah. Okay, so Bismillah. So we move into what is obligatory. What is obligatory? استئمال السواك وصل فروض الوضوء والسنة. طيب وفروض الوضوء ستة أشياء. So the obligations, the furud, the fard. So fard means what? Obligatory, mandatory, right? Fard. جمع فروض. Okay, so fard and furud. So this is what? Obligatory. How many we say they are for the wudu? Okay, so the furud of the wudu. Sitta. Okay, so the furud of wudu are sitta, six. Okay, sitta means six. بالعربي هكذا. Okay, six. All right. So وفروض الوضوء ستة. All right. أولا, the first one, number one, النية عند غسل الوجه. So you have to have the intention at the time of washing the face. That's number one. The intention, niya. Now, the niya. Intention. Niya. Intention. Okay. All right. So the niya. Why is the niya important? Because the niya is important for everything that we do. Why are you doing what you're doing? Right? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said in hadith, mashhur, very famous hadith, and it's a hadith narrated by Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, where he said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إنما الأعمال بالنيات. All your deeds are according to what? The intentions. Your deeds according to your intentions. So he said, Man kana hijratuhu, huh? And he said, everyone will be rewarded according to the intention. Then he said, whoever intention or the hijrah is for Allah and His Messenger, then that is what his intention for. So if you made hijrah for Allah and His Messenger, then that's what you'll be rewarded for. And said, whoever makes hijrah, for example, for the dunya or for a woman to marry, then that's what your hijrah is for, right? Because people, they made migration, they made hijrah from Mecca to where? Medina. Some people made hijrah for Allah and His Messenger. They want to practice their deen. And some came to marry, right? Some came for money, business opportunities, right? Right? That happens. People come to the masjid for different reasons, right? Some they come for benefit of learning, praying, right? Some come for marriage and looking for a sister, looking for a brother, right? So you get what you intended, right? And not to say that these are bad things, right? But you get what you intended. Huh? All right. So because if you intend to marry, for what purpose? So that you avoid the what? Haram. This is good. So you will get rewarded for that, inshallah. So intention is important for everything. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. All these are according to the intentions. So that's number one. Number two, وغسل الوجه. Washing the face. This is what? The furud, meaning what is? It is what? Wajib, obligatory. Now, we'll stay with obligatory because with fard, because there's some issues with fard and wajib. Okay, although it's the same meaning here for us right now. So if you say wajib, it's obligation. Okay, but sometimes when they're used together, then they have different meaning. But fard and wajib. Okay, so what's number one? Having the niyyah, the intention when you begin to wash your face. Number two, washing the face. Number three, غسل اليدين إلى المرفقين. So غسل اليدين is washing. It says here yadain. People use say yad means what? Hand. But here yadain, yad means the arm. Okay? إلى مرفقين. So the mirfaq, elbow. So that's including the elbow, right? So all of the elbow must be covered. All right. So not up to the elbow, but with the elbow. Okay. So all the elbow. So if you stop here, okay. If you stop right here, you still got some ass showing. Am I actually? I don't know. All right. You still got ass showing. Then you didn't complete. You got to get rid of the ash because it's what ghusl, washing. So washing, we know it takes some friction, right? It's different between mash, which is wiping, and ghusl, which is washing. Okay, so washing means you have to. It's different between washing something and wiping, right? Like they say, you rinse the dish versus you wash the dishes, right? Right. So did I say rinse it off or did I say wash it? Right. Okay. So let's say like the rinsing is just you just putting something over it, but the washing is what? You're getting in there. Okay. Right. So there's difference. All right. So ghusl wajh, washing the face. Number three, ghusl yadain, the two arms, ila al-mirfaqain, up to the elbows. And that means including the elbows. Number four, arba'a, rabi', the fourth, wa mashu ba'd al-ra's, wiping, mashu, wiping some of the head, some of the head. Okay. So listen to what it said. Mashu ba'd al-ra's, some of the head. Okay. Some of the head. Head, wiping. Look, I need thinkings right now. All right. He's thinking right now. All right. So what number we on? 5. Ghuslu rijlain ila al-ka'bayn. So washing again. So you have mash, meaning wipe. Then you have ghusl, wash. Ghuslu rijlain. So rijlain here. Sometimes when we say rijl, it means like the leg, but here it means foot. Okay. So it means foot. So rijlain ila al-ka'bayn, to the ankles. Al-ka'b is ankle, ka'bayn, 2 ankles. So that's 5. Okay. So what's the 6th one? Huh? What's number 6? She said do it in order. You said what? You go to your nose, the mouth. Okay. All right. So that's number 6. So what's number 7? The nose. What's number 8? The ears. What's number 9? The right foot. What's number 10? Left foot. What's 12? I mean 11. No, what's 12? That's it? Okay. All right. No, man, we're done with the tartib. Just think about what you just said, brother. What did y'all just say? So you wash your face, right? Then you wash your arms up to your elbows, and then you wipe part of your head. Then you wipe your feet up to your ankles. Then you wash your mouth. So what do you do? So what do you do it? Huh? Yeah, y'all confusing me now. Y'all not paying attention. Y'all not paying attention. We just said that we finished the wudu. The last thing is to make sure you do it in the order, because y'all now making some new order. So that's number 6. Number 6, a tartib. Number 6, a tartib ala ma dhakarnahu. So what has been mentioned? So the order in which it has been mentioned. Okay. All right. Khair, inshallah. All right. So these are the furud, okay? The obligations. All right. These are the obligations. Uh-huh. Al istinshaq. Huh? What the mud? Right. It's part of the face. Right. So the mouth and the nose is part of the face. Right. The mouth and nose part of the face. And also, what else? A part of what? The head. Okay. But what if I left doing the tamadmad and the istinshaq? I left the take that and the nose. And what if I left that part? Still valid. No? Still valid. Okay. So some may say, no, you missed this, right? So this is where it may be at times some differences among the madhahib, okay, or the students from those madhahib. All right. So because when we go back to the ayat that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he mentions in the Quran, he says, إِذَا قُمْتُمْ, when you stand for salat, فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ, wash your faces. And then he goes, so he starts to wash your face, وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ. Huh? Then he says, and wipe بِرُؤُوسِكُمْ, your heads. And then he says, وَأَرْجُلُكُمْ إِلَى الْكَعْبَيْنِ, and your legs to your feet to the ankles. To the ankles. Okay? So do you do those? So I'm washing my face. Okay, it said I wash my face, right? So in reality, I'm done. And it says what? Wipe the hands up to the elbows. Okay, I'm done. It says wipe the head. Did it say wipe the whole head to the back to the nape of the neck and back? It didn't say, right? Did it right? So what is the correct? No, we know what is the best is what the Prophet ﷺ taught us, right? So we go back to the obligations because we said, what if we only have a little bit of water? What if we only have a little bit of time? Right? So something may prohibit you from doing certain things. And then also, what if you have no water? Then we go to another issue, what tayammum, right? You don't have any water at all, or using water may cause harm. Okay. So you don't have water at all, or you don't have sufficient amount of water, because maybe you have to choose. I'm in the desert or somewhere, and I got this water. I need to either drink or make wudu, right? So you have to make a decision. I need this bottle. I need to drink. All right. So maybe I don't use that water. I'm gonna use the sand out here. I'm not finna wait. I'm finna waste the water on wudu. You got some strong man if you because you don't know how far you're gonna make it because you maybe say, you know what, maybe with this will do a lot, send you some more water. Allahu Allah. No, you say, but you won't see that next salah. Yes, man. No, for the next one, for your next salah. Then it's available. That tayammum, you make wudu now. Because now the water is available for you. For you. Broken it. Because now it's available. Because it was a reason why you removed it. Uh-huh. So now it lifts it because of the availability. For you. Now let's move to the sunnah. The sunnah. Okay. وسنته وسننه عشرة أشياء. And we stop here after this bit. Okay. It's how many? Ashra. 10. Sunnah is 10. Number one, at-tasmiyah. At-tasmiyah. At-tasmiyah is to say what? Bismillah. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman. Then number two is غسل الكفين قبل إدخالهما الإناء. So washing الكفين الكفين الكف, the palms, or you can say the hands, but at least washing the palms, but the hands. Al-kaf, the hands, but the palms. Qabla, before idkhalihima, before you enter them into al-ina, your water utensil. So if you have like a bowl or something, right, of water that you're using for your wudu, a bucket of water, so you will wash your hands before you put your hands inside of it, before you begin the wudu. Okay, so you wash your hands first. So that's where that comes from. Okay, so now that we have running water, you see how things change? Is it necessary? We still wash our hands first because we're just following what was the known sunnah, right? Okay, so washing our hands first. All right, what if your hands are already clean? What if you just got to wash your hands like 30 seconds ago? And he's like, oh, I got to make wudu. You still going to do it again, all right? Huh? See? All right, but is it necessary? No, because they're clean. But if you want to, la haraj fi. So it's good to follow the sunnah and to do so. وغسل الكفين قبل إدخالهما الإناء. And number three, المضمضة والاستنشاق. So المضمضة is to take the water in and wish it around. مضمضة. And الاستنشاق. Y'all want that word right there? The first one was what anyway? A tasmiyah, right? You need that as well. A tasmiyah. A tasmiyah. Right? And then we say al-madmada. Al-madmada. mad, ma, al, mad. That's dod, okay? Ma, dah. So dod, not del. Okay, mad, mada. And al istinshaq. Al istinshaq. 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 Okay. So a tasmiyah is to say Bismillah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Uh, and then number two, which would be a ghusl caffeine, washing the hands قبل إدخالهما al-ina, before putting them into the utensil that you're going to use. And number three, al-mada, which is to take the water into your mouth and to rinse it around. And then the next one, al-istinshaq, is taking the water to the nose and blowing it out. Okay, al-istinshaq, al-istinshaq. Okay, and you baligh to heavy insert, not just right, but to inhale it. Yes, to the brains, clean the brains up. Right, so clean it out. That's, people say it's like drowning. Right? So the next one, رقم أربعة, مسح جميع رأس, wiping the whole head. Okay, wiping the whole head. Wa alaikum salam. Wiping the whole head. مسح جميع رأس. جميع رأس. Wiping the whole head. رقم خمسة, 5. ومسح الأذنين ظاهرهما وباطنهما بماء جديد. Okay, so wiping al-udhunain, the two ears, ظاهرهما, the outward part of the ears, okay, وباطنهما, and the inner part of the ears with new water. Okay, you mean say it, write it bigger, al-istinshaq, the Arabic or the English or both? Al-istinshaq. Okay, so we said number what? Khamsa, 5. Wiping the ears, the outer and the inner part of the ears with new water. Okay. Number 6. تخليل اللحية الكثة. So running the fingers between your beard. Okay. Running the fingers between the beard. سبعة. Seven. وتخليل أصابع اليدين والرجلين. So making takhleel with your fingers and your toes. So going between them. So when you're washing, that you go between them. Okay. So the time that you wash the hands, that you go between the hands. And when you wash the feet, that you go between the feet. Okay. And eight, we said تقديم يمنى على اليسرى. تقديم اليمنى على اليسرى is to that you do the right before you do the left. Okay. So when you do the right hand first, then the left hand, the right leg, then the left leg. And then number nine, at taharatu thalathan thalathan. That when you're cleaning yourself, you do it by three. Okay. So that's the three times. So the things that we do, that's three times, except for the head. Okay. Except for the head. And number 10 is al muwalat. So meaning that you do it um, within the time. So you don't break. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go off and have a sandwich, and come back and then do this. I'm gonna go have a conversation. No, you do it in the time in the sequence, basically back to back. You do it back to back. And so the going between the lihya is for the men only, not for the women. Okay. So the wiping, rub, taking the fingers between the beard is for the men, not the women. So the women are encouraged, if they have beards too, cut them. Okay. And the men too, grow their beards. To grow their beards. Okay. So try to grow your beard. Even if you have one hair, grow it. If whatever Allah gives you, say Alhamdulillah. Okay. So any so also from the sunnah is that when you complete ashhadu la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah واشهد ان محمد عبده ورسوله اللهم اجعلني من التوابين واجعلني من المتطهرين. So this dua that you make afterwards, you say ashhadu la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah واشهد ان محمد عبده ورسوله اللهم اجعلني من التوابين ومن المتطهرين. Allah make me from those who make repentance at the tawabin wal mutatahirin, and those who love to purify themselves. Okay? So those who purify themselves. Min at tawabin wal mutatahirin. So the dua, and this dua can be found in Husn Muslim, the fortress of the Muslim, fortification of the Muslim. So find the dua, what to say at the end of wudu. The dua at the end of wudu. This is part of the sunnah as well. طيب. Any questions regarding what we've covered? لا. And inshallah. So those things that we've covered, it's must to know. What are the furud? What is the meaning of furud? Huh? The obligations. Fard, obligation, is singular. Furud is plural. Obligations. Right? So how many obligations are there for the wudu? Six. Sitta, right? And so you gotta know those six. And then what are the sunan? What are uh the sunan are what? 10. Right? And we added an 11th one, which is the what? To say the dua at the end. Okay. So we add 11, it's a dua at the end. Okay. So we have to know the sunnah and what are the things that are obligations. So that because maybe we see someone that do something short, or maybe ourselves we have time. We don't want to say, "Hey, your wudu is not complete," when it's complete, right? And maybe there's a time that we maybe lack of water, some situation we in. So let me take the short route and make the what is obligatory upon me, and alhamdulillah, good, all right. طيب هذا وصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. طيب.